Welcome to the MiningNewsWire Podcast, powered by IBN. This original audio production delivers market and sector insights, as well as exclusive interviews with innovative executives shaping the future in fast-moving industries, and may feature a client partner of IBN or one of the 60-plus investor-focused brands within IBN's dynamic brand portfolio. As a multifaceted financial news and publishing company, IBN leverages its extensive distribution network, utilizing multiple proprietary corporate communication tools to introduce both public and private companies to a vast and diverse audience of investors, consumers, influencers, journalists, and other targeted segments of the public. IBN may have received compensation to produce this audio content. Please be sure to read IBN's entire disclaimers for full disclosures. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the next revelatory episode of IBN's MiningNewsWire Podcast.
Hi, and welcome to another revelatory episode here with me, Carmel Fisher. Today, we're spotlighting Fairchild Gold. They are listed as FAIR, that's Fair.V. And with me to discuss the latest developments of the company are Executive Chairman and CEO, Mr. Nikolas Perrault. Welcome, Nicholas.
Yes, hi Carmel, how are you doing?
Doing really well. Thanks for joining me. As I start, quickly bring us up to speed with what Fairchild Gold's all about, what your latest mission and vision is.
Well, thank you. Well, Fairchild is a TSX venture listed company, as you mentioned, which started trading a few years ago on the exchange, but very rapidly it's pivoted and has been focusing its efforts in Nevada. So over the past, less than 15 months, the company has made 3 acquisitions in Nevada, where it's really building its home. It's got 3 different projects that are at different levels or stages of development. So I guess that gives you the background on the company. So we've been very busy the last 15 months of building this portfolio in Nevada, which is probably one of the best mining jurisdictions in the world.
Yeah, no, we've definitely been keeping abreast with that. And we do see that Fairchild, as you mentioned, has assembled 3 significant assets in Nevada in under just 18 months. Now, given the company's market cap and treasury, how do you prioritize capital deployment across these 4 projects?
Well, we just essentially finished the assembly of the portfolio. So right now, as I was mentioning, there are different phases of development. So Nevada Titan, which is sort of the original anchor flagship project, is a exploration stage project, which where we're essentially rediscovering an old historic mining district. So that's where we've been concentrating most of our budget over the last 12 months. The other acquisitions are more fresh. They will be different. So Nevada Titan, we're basically gearing up towards drilling in the second quarter. That's what we're working our way backwards from. So we just completed geophysics round 1, if you will, with a drone magnetic survey. We're going to be following up with some additional geophysics to either EM or IP to further refine the zones that we've identified that are priority, and then we will begin to prepare for drill permitting with the target in the second quarter. The Golden Arrow project is very different. This one, with this, we've acquired it's really an advanced stage project. There's already a historic measured and indicated resource, which was really not relevant or economic, we believe, at $2,000 gold, but at $4,000 gold, I think the game has completely changed, and this asset could be very, very profitable. So we're not treating this as an exploration project. We're basically looking at this as a development stage project, where the first phase for us will be to conduct a PEA, a preliminary economic assessment of the project, and that'll determine for us what we suspect is the case. We have enough ounces with the 350,000 ounces of gold and 5 million ounces of silver to get this thing going as a near-term potential mine. That being said, there's a lot of exploration upside, multiple targets already identified at Golden Arrow, but it's not going to be our immediate priority. We'll have to wait for the results of the PEA to guide our next steps on that one. And Carlin Queen, which has just been announced literally a week and change ago, is it's fully owned. There's no earn-in requirements, and we just picked up some real estate in the Carlin Trend here. So our two first projects were in the Walker Lane Belt, and this latest and final acquisition is giving us a position in the Carlin Trend, which is probably one of the most well-known mineral belts in Nevada. The project is situated between the mines Midas and Hollister, which are two of the five highest grading gold mines in the world. So we really picked up a unique set of claims, and the project is drill ready. We actually have a team on the ground as we speak that's doing reconnaissance work. We're taking ownership, if you will, of the project and going over all the historical database. And we're going to get this project ready for drilling sometime next year.
Wonderful. Will Carlin Queen's drill-ready status and the proximity you mentioned to the Nevada gold mines infrastructure position it as a near-term catalyst ahead of the planned 2026 Nevada Titan?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this on a previous interview, but the location is really spectacular. It's really as if you were playing Monopoly as a child and you could pick up a property between Boardwalk and Park Place. That's really what this represents. So what we have here is a project where all the geophysical work has been done. There's been extensive geochemical work. It's essentially drill ready. So we're going to have to decide, when we want to basically start the process. But right now we're taking ownership of the project in terms of data and understanding. And it's one thing to have previous interpretations, but we want to make our own. Get our own heads around the project. So as I mentioned, we have a team on site. They're going to be on site for the better part of this coming week, and then after this, we'll get a better idea of what we want.
Excellent. Staying on the Carlin Queen, the acquisition comes with attractive economics, just $375,000 if settled early versus $450,000.
Yep.
Over 3 years, right? With the buyback option, as I see on the 2% NSR for $4 million. Now, how does this asset light acquisition model fit into Fairchild's broader M&A strategy?
Well, I think it was an opportunity to pick up claims in a very simple transaction, and there's not much to add. It was a simple, straight-up transaction. There's no earn-in requirements, no shares issued. So I think it's a very elegant tuck-in acquisition for the portfolio. I'd like to stress that we're pretty much done here. We have if you look at the presentation, we called it our Nevada Trinity. We have three projects at different phases of development, and we now have our work cut out to go and get value, create value for shareholders with these amazing assets.
Speaking about the assets, Carlin Queen sits at the intersection of two world-class gold trends, Carlin and Midas Hollister, which have collectively produced over 100 million ounces. What specific geological or geophysical vectors make you confident that Carlin Queen represents genuine district-scale discovery potential rather than just
it's at the intersection.
Proximity to known deposits, right?
Right. Well, look, it's right on the Carlin Trend. It's at the intersection of some major structural features. So we have potential for different styles of mineralization there. So I just want to correct your statement. The overall district stretching back a little further south to the Gold Strike complex is indeed 100 million ounces or more. But the properties between two mines that were 2 million ounces collectively, but were amongst the highest grading mines in Nevada. So that's important to mention this. So the property is close to the Midas mine. I think it's actually Midas complex is visible from our property.
Wonderful.
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, no, we'll be keeping our eye on the stock and the company to see all those developments and to bring that to our audience listening here today. So with Goldman Sachs projecting gold at say $4,900 per ounce by December 2026, and Jefferies calling $6,600 per ounce, you're building this portfolio during an exceptional bull market. Now,
there's an old saying about forecasting is if you can't forecast accurately, forecast often. So what we have seen is a lot of the major banks have been ratcheting up all their various gold price forecasts, and they're reacting to every gyration in the metal price. But we look at at gold right now, going through what I see as a 1971 style, repricing. It's really the whole, I guess, debasement play. And again, I've mentioned this also before. What happened in 2022 with the invasion of Ukraine is you have the central bank community around the world, without pointing any finger to any country, has realized that perhaps it's not such a wise idea to have all of your reserves held in the SWIFT system, at the mercy of what sanctions the Western world may decide to impose on your country for whatever reason. So I think it's just prudent reserve management that you have seen all of a sudden a major shift and a coming back of gold in favor as an important reserve asset. And there's been so a lot of additions to central bank reserves, and the trend is continuing. And I don't see that reversing anytime soon. So the short-term predictability of the gold price is up in the air. Your guess is just as good as mine. But I think over the next couple of years, you're going to see the price substantially higher, which bodes very well for the strategy that we've. I consider ourselves very lucky to have been able to, and very, I guess, opportunist in nature to be able to grab these assets. Now it's
totally. We just want to dive.
I'm relieved. It's done.
Good.
So now we can build.
For sure. Now, I mean, I was pointing those projections. I was pointing them out to build up on a case here. They are those projections, and having said everything that you have, you've also taken on copper exposure at Nevada Titan with its porphyry skarn system, right? Can you walk investors through your commodity?
Yeah, so basically the company is about gold and about copper and gold. This is what this company is all about. So the Nevada, and thanks for pointing this out, Nevada Titan, we believe is a very, very unique opportunity to go back in time and to look at what the old timers missed. And they were mining away at extremely high grade skarns and mantos, coming out of what we believe is a very big, powerful porphyry system. So the work that we've done over the past 12 months has confirmed a lot of these extremely high grade historical averages that were mined before. So we've gone back into several of these old mines, and there are dozens on our property, and we have validated these historical findings, and we've also mapped areas between these mines and uncovered additional targets. So, our theory that the cause of all this historic activity is a powerful porphyry system, either tier 1 or 2, is coming together. And obviously, drilling will be the ultimate proof of this, but it's certainly pointing in the right direction. So we have the other thing that makes Nevada Titan unique is its proximity to infrastructure. So we are literally 15 minutes or less by helicopter from Las Vegas, or 35-40 minutes by car. Most of the road is paved, and we have power right to site. And so this is a very, very unique. There's no seasonality on this project, so we can operate year round. And so it makes it a very, very. We don't have this compressed, calendar-driven window here. So we're going to be able to continue to work. What makes economic sense here is much lower due to the proximity to key infrastructure. It's not as if we're in the middle of nowhere.
No, makes total sense. And so I would imagine this is a copper gold diversification story that you work on, or is it building a portfolio more for eventual consolidation or strategic sale? If you can speak to that.
Well, I mean, time will tell. If we do our work, we're all going to be out of a job. That's the whole idea. But I think Golden Arrow is a project that we have the skill sets internally to advance towards production. Let's see what the PEA tells us, and we have a separate team handling that project. With respect to Nevada Titan, we have an absolutely world-class exploration team with proven discovery to its credit. their credit. So world-class discovery to the credit. So the idea is to prove if we are correct in our assessment of what we have at Nevada Titan, we will not be the ones building this mine. So that's pretty straightforward there. And I think the same can be said with Carlin Queen. We are, so close to several large operations that any restart of those mines around us, this would be immediate feed. So the way I see this is the Nevada Titan and Carlin Queen, we will advance to the point where it's ready for somebody else to pick up. That'll take obviously some time, but Golden Arrow is something we're looking to advance directly ourselves.
We can steer the audience to where they can get the facts on those acres, but what's the finance strategy to advance multiple drill programs without excessive shareholder dilution?
Right. Okay. Well, let's start with Golden Arrow. We're not forecasting any drill program at Golden Arrow. The first step, as I mentioned earlier, will be a PEA. And basically that, it's got a limited budget, and that'll tell us what we need to do. The other two projects will obviously involve a drill programs, but we don't have any time constraints at Carlin Queen. There's no, like in neither case do we have earn-in imposed time constraints, right? So certainly there's no pressure. So the idea with respect to Nevada Titan, which is the flagship primary asset, is that once our geophysical work is complete and our drill targeting is complete, we will have the choice of either diluting at the company level or at the project level. So there are a number of strategic players that have visited the project already and are awaiting the conclusion of our geophysical exercises. So, that's a decision that we're going to be able to make sometime in the first quarter.
Excellent. I mean, a lot of exciting developments, and we can't wait to stay in tune with you and monitor the developments over time to bring them to our audience. Executive Chairman and CEO Nikolas Perrault, excellent having a conversation with you. Thank you so much. This has been Fairchild Gold. They are listed on the TSX as FAIR. That's fair.v. So check them out, and you can find more information on your website, right, Nikolas? Will you just tell the audience where they can find?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We have updated fact sheet, and we should have an updated fact sheet and corporate presentation later today posted on the website.
Well, thank you so much. You guys stay tuned for more, Mr. Nikolas Perrault. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye. Bye, Carl. Bye.
The MiningNewsWire podcast is an original content production powered by IBN, a multifaceted financial news and publishing company that delivers next-generation corporate communication solutions. Utilizing proprietary corporate communication tools such as news aggregation and syndication, social communication, and brand awareness techniques, among others, IBN introduces both public and private companies to diverse audiences to enhance reach and recognition. IBN may receive compensation for services and solutions provided to its client partners. You should assume that the owners, officers, and directors of IBN or financial analysts mentioned in this production may hold a position in and may intend to trade the securities in their own accounts. This production is not an offer or recommendation to buy or sell any securities that may be mentioned in this production. The information in this broadcast is presented solely for informative purposes and is not intended to be or should it be construed as investment advice. As in all investments, investment in the featured companies carries inherent investment risk. Listeners should review the companies thoroughly with a registered investment advisor or registered stockbroker. This production by IBN is not purported to be a complete study of the featured company or other companies mentioned. Information used in statements of fact have been obtained from featured companies and other sources but not verified nor guaranteed by IBN as to completeness and accuracy. Such information is subject to change without notice. Please see IBN's full disclaimers and disclosures at www.ibn.fm/disclaimer. Music in this episode is by Infraction. For more, visit inaudio.org.